I welcome all of you of short-term training program on MATLAB and Mathematica for scientific research. We are going to learn about linear algebra, how linear algebra is involved in MATLAB. As your MATLAB stands for Matrix Laboratory, everything in MATLAB will be done by using matrix only. And one must know how the matrices behave in MATLAB, how it can work. So we will discuss. So this is the outline of today's lecture, where linear algebra is involved. How to create array and matrix, basic algebra commands, linear algebra commands that will be required in MATLAB, and we'll see some demo examples in this. Where it is involved, firstly we see some practical examples here, how one can see. Okay, you look at all these images here. First one is hybrid image. The original image is converted into another image form. What you use in the image processing toolbox, what linear algebra is involved here. You are filtering or you are applying linear transformation here for extracting the frequency subbands in this image, and this image will be changed from the original image. This is the hybrid image. Another important feature is that you can image quilting also. Quilting means what? Suppose your image is damaged in somewhere else, we can look out how image looks like. You can use the vector dot product, or you can that means you are measuring the patch similarities. Suppose somewhere is a gap, and in the area you can see the patch similarities. Using this image quilting we can do, but so theory behind it is just vector dot products. For hybrid image, theory behind it is you are applying some linear transformations. Then gradient fusion. Here we require to solve a linear system. You need to solve for some pixel values. Some pixel values it will be generated by some matrix. For that pixel values, we need to solve the linear systems. Another feature is that image based lighting. Here you can see in the image. This is again just solving the linear system for a radiance map. And one more feature in the video, you can stitch the video or process the video by using solving again linear system, but solve for geometric transformations. So here you have linear algebra is involved here. Next slide. Now we'll see what do you mean by scalars, what vectors, matrix, and tensors. Scalar is, you can see scalar is just a real number here for the MATLAB. It is just real number, or you can call it as a feed element. And what are the vectors? Vectors may be row vector or column vectors. These are the vectors. And then a matrix. This is the matrix. You have first dimension, you have second dimension, row and column. And these are the tensors. Tensors. This is first, second, and this is third dimension of tensors. So where it is involved, we'll see how what do you mean scalar, vectors, matrix, and tensors in the MATLAB applications. So how one can see all these? So vector is an order collection of scalars. Scalar is just number, but vector is just order collection of scalars. It may be row order or column order. One can see the example of sounds. Example of sound is a vector. If one can see the image, two-dimensional collection of scalar, it will its example will be the image. MATLAB will read image in matrix form. It has two dimension in nature. And where the tensors are applied? Tensors are applied for 3D signals, for example, the videos. Now in MATLAB matrix, how the operations are does, some element wise operations are mentioned there. So addition and subtraction is just element wise. How can one can add? C is a matrix, is addition of A and B. How it is added? Its corresponding entries are added, whether it is row vector, but dimension has to be same. Dimension of these two has to be same, otherwise we can't add. Multiplication, that is Hadamard product. It is component wise multiplication. It is denoted by matrix multiplication is denoted by A star B. Matrix multiplication will be denoted by, suppose A is a matrix and B is a matrix, then it is just star. And for matrix multiplication, one must know their size must match. Order of these two matrix has to be such that we can product, otherwise error will come in the matrix. But if somebody wants like this Harman product, that is component wise multiplication, then a dot star command is applied. So for whenever there is element wise calculations, you need to apply dot star applications. Another is element wise division. This will, when MATLAB program is opening, I will see discuss later in the session only. Now divisions, there are two types of division: left division, right division, array division, or matrix divisions. These are two types of command one can use if notationally he doesn't know how to how when it will be left or when it will right. This is dot slash. This will be the left division, forward slash and backward slash, and this is the right division. Or better to apply this, L stands for left divide. Left divide A by B means this. So these two are the same commands. And as per this is division for array. But if you are applying for X matrix, then you have to apply matrix symbol ML, matrix left divide A comma B, like this. Now here element wise division is possible, and here your dimension must match. Here it means that you are writing B in A inverse B. Here it is AB inverse, like that. Here examples are mentioned here. Suppose C1 is this matrix. This is not, suppose A is this matrix, B is this matrix, and C1 means A dot slash B. When we perform on MATLAB, we'll get C1 as this, and when you perform this right division, we'll get this answer. Now left division, when it is applied, this left division applied only when you need to solve the system of linear equations, and this is applied for, or one can use it for least square method. Now when you solve Ax equal to B, x equal to A inverse B, it will be, if it is consistent, if A square matrix and you are able to find inverse, then and then we can say, otherwise it will apply some numerical method to find solution of it. X equal to A inverse B if A inverse exists. So A inverse B means this will be the left division. From the to the left side A inverse is multiplied, and to the right side B inverse is multiplied. So this is the basic difference between these two. Now one more feature, the transpose changes rows into columns or columns into rows is called as transpose of that matrix. So this is column matrix, its transpose will be the row matrix. This is matrix, and look at the transpose of this. And what are the MATLAB commands to find the transpose? So there are two types of transpose. Hermitian transpose means you need to take conjugate transpose of each entry. It is just by x dash. The dash is just your enter command. You just type y equal y. Initially you have to input this y and just type x dash. It gives Hermitian transpose. The semicolon is mentioned here for not displaying the output, and dot dash means it is without conjugation. If all entries are real, then both have same answers. But some of may use the complex entries, and you are typing x dash, then you get Hermitian transpose. So whenever you want transpose without conjugation, you just type x dot dash. So these two types of transpose are there. Now visualizing transpositions. This is 1D signal. The signals mean sounds. They are assumed to be one-dimensional array. That is just array. So this is column and its transpose is a row. Similarly, like image. Image is also image. This is original image and its transpose. Now you can reshape your variables or arrays by using following operators. The fake operators. Suppose you have matrix with x1, x2 first column, x3, x4 second column, and you want to treat it as only one column. This has the first two rows and it has a last two rows. You just apply vec x command. Unrow the element column wise. All the elements will be the column wise. The first column will occur here, second column, and so on, like this. So vec operator is used there. one can reshape the operators. Suppose you have array having this is, suppose this a is 1 to 12. What it means, it is a 12 dimensional array. It has, its length is 12. The first vector in the array is 1, the last vector in the array is 12, and there is no equal space distance given, so defaultly one can take as 1. So 1 2 3 up to 12. So 12 elements we have to arrange as a matrix A of A. 12 elements in A we have to arrange as a matrix B in 3 4. This is size. Keep in mind, the size product must be equal to your number of element in A. This is command to find number of element in A. NUMELA gives number of elements in A and number of elements in 12. So whatever size matrix you are giving here, 3 comma 4, its product must be equal to SZ. These two number has to be same, otherwise error will occur. So 1 to 12, suppose somebody wants to 1 to 20 elements in 4 by 5, then 4 into 5 will be okay. One cannot arrange it is 6 into 3 or 3 into 6. The error will occur there. So we can reshape the array into matrix and matrix into column. If you want it as row, you just make it the transpose of it. It will come easily. So these are the reshaping operators in MATLAB. Two operators are there. One is vec. Vec operator is used to convert matrix into column form, and reshape operator is used to convert array into matrix form. But keep in mind about this size. The size must be the number of whatever size you are taking, the product of the size. This command is for product. The size is a vector, 2-dimensional vector. Suppose you write size equal to m comma n. So your mn, this prod mn means mn must be equal to number of elements in A. This is important thing. So these are all about reshaping of this. Now one most important in MATLAB is how to find trace and diagonal in the matrix. Simple command is there in MATLAB. TRACE of A gives the trace of matrix. Trace means sum of the diagonals. So you can use this command. Here value of trace will be, the first diagonal is 1 and second diagonal is 4. It should be 5. We'll see in this session only when we take MATLAB. And suppose you want suppose x1 x2 you want to arrange diagonally, so just type diagonally x1 x2, remaining element will be 0. Whatever, suppose you have abc, then it will comes abc 3 by 3 matrix. The number of elements here you are taking, so x equal to diagonal a will be given here. First a you have to mention. You can see what will be the output of these two commands in the MATLAB session. Now once you have vector space, you define the norm in the vector space. You know what Euclidean product you are applying, according to that norm will come. So if this is first taxi cab norm, is one norm. The one norm is defined as just the sum of absolute values of all vector element. We suppose it is n dimensional, then v will be v1 v2 vn. So this is taxi cab norm. This is Euclidean norm. Euclidean product is just like multiplication of component wise multiplication. Dot operation is used. Dot star is used here. And this is infinity norm. You have to take maximum of all among all these. And this is P norm. And these are the geometric representation of this. This is one norm representation, Euclidean norm. These are all unit circle in all particular norm. Now when and how these are going to apply, we'll see in the next slide. When and why we want to use this. And norms are used that for how your vector is big. How your vector is big means what? How far it is from your origin vector, zero vector, null vector. Now which norm we have to use? Suppose residual v is calculated by measured value and model estimate. Look at this difference, measured value and model estimate. Then norm 1, if you want to your measurement and estimate to match exactly, this measurement and estimate you want to match exactly, then normalize is used. Suppose if large errors are bad but small errors are okay, in that case you can use two norm, that is your Euclidean norm. Large errors, we don't need large errors, but we want to work on small errors. Then at that time, two norms were used in the MATLAB. And when infinity norm is used, and these three have separate commands in MATLAB to find the norm of the vectors. If no error should be exceed a prescribed value, at that time infinite norm is used. And you can use that P accordingly. Now I say already the inner product, here it is called as vector product. How the inner product is taken? So it is Euclidean product. X transpose Y is just your Euclidean product. And it is called outer product because X is a row, Y is a column. Or if X is column, Y is row, then it will result a multidimensional array. So it is outer product. It is not belongs to the where X you have taken or Y you have taken here. That's why it is called outer product. And this is inner product. Inner product, you know the definition of inner product. It is a product from vector space cross vector space to the field. It is always field element. Means it is a scalar. Its value is scalar. Matrix vector product. Now we can generalize that first dot product. This is just looks like linear system. Matrix A multiplied by the column vector X. How it comes? The first row is multiplied to the first column, that is first row into X. First row is A1 transpose into X. So this Y is written as like this. We can also say that linear combination of columns of A, the first column into X1 plus second column into X2 and so on, nth column into Xn. You need to decide whether system is linearly dependent, independent, whether the given set of vector is basis or not. You need to find dimension. In that purpose, you can use first you must write matrix in this form, and you can use this command to solve the system. To solve the linear systems, we have MATLAB inbuilt command, we can solve it. This is all about matrix product, that you know how one can find the product of two matrix. The first row of this is multiplied to the first column, you will go first entry C here, and like that all are there. Matrix and this is sum of outer product. See here, A into these columns are multiplied. A into first column, B, A into second column, and rows of A and matrix B. Here matrix A and columns B, and here rows of A and matrix B. This is another yours outer product we have defined like that it is. And these are the matrix product outputs. You can see first into second result into this rectangle, this into this result into square. It's you can see this put number has to be matched. The number of columns in the first has to be number of rows in this. So number of columns will come here. These two has to be equal. By looking at the diagram, you can sort out how the product will result. And the matrix multiplication properties. Matrix multiplication is associative, it is distributive, but it is not commutative, as everybody known about this. Linearly dependent is also everybody knows. If these are R number of vectors are said to be linearly independent, if there exist scalars, not all zero, but their linear combination become zero, then in that case, this one of the vector is written as linear combination of other. Not all scalars are zero there, but if it is zero, if and only if all scalars zero, then it is called linearly independent. Basis and dimensions. What is basis? Suppose the subset S is linearly independent and it spans your vector space V, then that set S is called basis for this. And the number of linearly independent vector in the basis is called dimension of that vector space. These are all things you know about linear algebra, basic linear algebra, I think. Then range space and null space, you can calculate by range space, we can find by using MATLAB. Null space also we can find by using MATLAB. So what do you mean by range space? Range space is nothing but column space of image of that matrix. It is just a set of all linear combination of columns of A. You need to find linear combination of columns of A. How you find linear combinations? In that previous slide, A into X. The first column multiplied to X1, second column multiplied to X2, and so on. All the linear combinations of column A is nothing but column space. It is also called as image space. And what is null space? The null space, you need to find all those vectors Z such that A into Z is 0. So this is null space. Now, most important concept in the matrix is that finding the rank. We have column rank. Since this is range space is subspace of codomain, how this matrix is formed? It is formed by using RM2. This is subset of RM. It is this matrix is linear transformation from Rn into Rm, and their matrix A is produced. So range is subspace of Rm, and kernel or null is subspace of. It has to be subspace of Rn. By mistakenly M is came here, or one can see and clear it. Now one need to find the rank of matrix. Column rank means nothing but dimension of range of A, and row rank is nothing but, actually these two numbers are always same. Column rank and row rank are always same, and that number is called rank of matrix. Rank of matrix, we can see the definition in detail. What do you mean by rank of matrix? Suppose matrix is having rank R, then in terms of minor definition, there exists minor of order R in that matrix which is non-zero, and every minor of order R plus 1 becomes 0. Or better say that number of linearly independent rows in the matrix A, or number of linearly independent columns, there are both are the same, number of linearly independent columns, that is called as rank of matrix. But we don't need to calculate all that. There is separate command to find the rank of matrix. It is known as rank of A, just RANK. Every command is in small letters, so you put the command I will write here, which command you are using for the rank. Rank A gives the rank of, this is also column rank, this is also row rank. And another important part, solving the linear systems. What do you mean? Suppose this is a plane, this is another plane, this is non-homogeneous system. Huh? You must write it as in the form Ax equal to B. You must have the form Ax equal to B. Your form has to be Ax equal to B. X is the variable coefficients, X are the variables x1, x2, x3 here, and A is the coefficient matrix, and this is the constant matrix. So this is these three planes means these three planes, and we have to find the common intersecting point of these planes, means solving the linear systems. So these are whenever system is given, you need to find coefficient matrix, variable matrix, and the constant matrix. And how to solve in MATLAB we'll see in the practice sessions after this. So we'll go to MATLAB now. This was all about linear algebra. Now this is MATLAB. I must tell that now the font size is, it is not visible, so one can go, everybody has in the file menu preferences there, so one can go in the preference, the setting preference, and go in the font. I want to change the size, so if I make it 14, then it will be okay to all. You can see here. Also, you current folder, workspace, variable functions, everything here also you can change here. Okay, I'm applying this. Okay, now I think you can visualize it. Now I have to see MATLAB editor also. Okay, fonts are changed. So these already written codes. Initial instruction for participants are, whenever you start your program, you must clear your workspace. The clear screen is command to clear all clear command windows, and close all means close all previously open plot files. Some graph files are there. Now we can see here how to define row vectors. This one 1/4 row vector. Suppose A is as a row vector, one space. One can use comma also. This is row vector. Suppose I don't want to look this, put just semicolon. It will store in the computer memory but will not display. Suppose you want this as a column vector, what you need to do? Use a semicolon. Semicolon separates the row. So first row will consist of only one element, second row, and this is third row, and automatically last will the last row. So we can see this as column vector. So this is method. You can look the size of A. So this its size is 4. It's just product of row, and you can say number of element in A also. So these are the basic operations. If you want to add two vectors, you just type A plus B. If A must be A and B must have same dimension. But scalar is added to every matrix. You need to type, suppose A is matrix. Suppose your A is matrix, and then you want to add the scalar. So 89 will be added to every number here. In that case, it will work. But as per the matrix is concerned, the dimension has to be matched for subtractions. This gives error. Suppose dimension doesn't match, it gives error, inner dimension do not match for this case, because for A and B I have taken this, and for this case this product is not possible, so it gives with error. We know the rules how to matrix will be multiplied. The number of column in first matrix must be equal to number of row in second matrix, and then we can multiply it. So in that case it's not possible, that's why it gives error here. Here element wise multiplication, to multiply element wise the dimension has to be same here. Here it is element wise division of two vectors. Suppose I want to multiply by scalar 5.8, I can multiply with scalar. In the vector A, I want to find 8 entry in the matrix. This is the command. I will take this as A, and I need to find third entry in the matrix, or okay, third entry will be 3. Now I didn't assign any variable real, so default variable will be your answer. This finding square root A, you can find square root of scalar, or you can find square root of every entry in the array. If you once you type sqrta, if it is array, every element wise square root will be found here. Dot cap means element wise square of the array. This is the value of theta given in the array, and pi is the numerical constant in MATLAB. Value of pi everybody knows. So these values are in radian. So I copy this theta. Okay, this is theta, and just apply it apply on this array as sine theta. This is the output. These are the basic things. We should move further here. We can find cos theta, sin theta, how one can define the matrix. So earlier 3 variables were declared here. For this program, earlier 3 variables were declared, but I use in the command window for matrix capital letters. Better to use capital letter to represent matrix and small letter to represent element of matrix, as usual in our mathematics. So when you require to clear the particular variable ABC, you just type clear ABC. It will clear all these variables from the workspace once you type clear. Now because I want to define as new, If you didn't clear and if you define new, then latest value will be considered. Latest value will be stored in the memory. So this is another type to define row from 1 to 15 elements here. 1 to 15, you can see A is equal to first element of the array is 1 and last element is 15. So it will list the 15 element. Suppose I want this is to be spaced by 2. It was your first element will be 1, but the last element may not be 15. It may be 15 or less than 15 according to what step size you are taking. So while defining such type of array, your first element of the vector and this will be last or earlier to this, because in this case if you write 3 then 15 will be the last, otherwise 15 will not be last number. Okay, 2 difference you are taking, so here it comes 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2. So in this case, but suppose I take step size as 3, then you can see the last element is 13, because 13 plus 3 next will be 16 and you can't exceed this 15, that's why. So this build up, the full colon is used, that full colon symbol is used to create the arrays. If you are writing A full colon B full colon C, then A will be the first element of array, C will be the last element of array, and B will be the step size of that array. So these are the simple things. Now these three are the functions: minimum, maximum, and sum. In the array, you need to find the smallest value. So this is inbuilt. Minimum of A in the array A, who is the smallest element in the array? Who is the largest element in the array? And somebody wants to sum all these elements, then this is the command is used. Some basic functions in the array. Now earlier I told you how to define the column vectors here. And size of A gives the row number and column number. But if it is one dimensional, then it gives just a number of columns or number of rows. See, this is the transpose of any vector. Now we'll see example here. You have found this A, you didn't clear it, but suppose your B is A transpose. It will looks like earlier it was row, now it becomes column. I must take some complex entries also. The imaginary number is represented by I here. So 1 plus I, comma, or you can give space 2 I space 3 plus 5. Don't write 2I, there is a product, you must mention star here. 3 plus 5 star I. This is first row. Now I want to write in second row, and keep in mind second row must contain same number of elements here, 2, 3 and 6 star I. And this is 2 by 3 complex matrix. Now if I write A transpose, look at here. Is it okay? Okay, this is 0 times I, so that's why sign is same. So earlier 2 rows were there, now 2 columns are there, and earlier 3 columns were there, now 2 rows. But I don't want conjugate of each number. Then what command is applied? Dot cap. Now see the difference. This is Hermitian transpose, and it is just transpose. So when you apply, when you have all real number, then is conjugate will be the same number. But if some complex entries are there and you need to find transpose, be careful which is to be used. If you want conjugate transpose, then use this one. And if you want to use just transpose without conjugation, use dot transpose. So these are important things. I will clear the screen. So matrix addition, like arithmetic operations, we have seen in the last class also. So no need to explain in detail. Now one can extract the entries from A. I take earlier example here A, and I want entry from, there are two rows, so I want second row and third column entry. So first place is always reserved for row and second place is reserved for column. I want second row and third column entry will get this entry. But if somebody go for outer range, then error will come. You can see index exceeds the matrix dimensions. So keep in mind from where you are taking it. It should be from the matrix only. So Aij, suppose I want to extract third column. I have a command to extract third column. Full colon, comma, 3. So this will be third column. Suppose I want to extract column from 2 to 3, 2 to 3, second and third column. Suppose I want to extract first row only, so it's a problem of comma here. You should give comma here. This is the first row. So by trying and trying, you will come to know what errors you are doing. So extraction of elements from the matrix is easiest things. Aij gives ith rows and column. The first place is always reserved for row and second place for columns. Now somebody wants special types of matrix, ones, zeros, and identity matrix. We can see here. I will clear all things. Suppose I want ones. So why to waste time for typing it? I want to once, I call it as A equal to. I want A matrix as all the entries are 1, having order 5 by 9. So you can see its order is 5 by 9 and all are ones. I want zeros with the same dimension. I call it as capital O. Spelling mistake is there. So use the proper command SSO here. See here. I want identity matrix of order 10. 10 by 10 identity matrix. One can write 10 comma 10 also, it will work. So the immediate, otherwise when one some person going to type all this, may misses some 0 or 1, then an error will come, but this command will work. We'll see what will happen if you write the different dimension. So you can look at 8 1 will come here and this will be 0. So it will also work here. According to your requirement, you can produce the matrix. Generation of diagonal matrix. Now I will explain here only this. V is there, 1 2 3 4, having 4 elements in the array, and I want diagonal. It generates a square matrix of order 4 by 4. First look at number of elements here, or we'll run this. This is V and diagonal V. So 1 2 3 comes as a diagonal. It is B4 by 4 matrix. If you choose this as a matrix, all the element will come in the diagonal. So size will be larger than. It counts the number of elements. Now another command generates a square matrix with the element of V placed in the second diagonal above the main diagonal. Okay, we'll see what will happen here. You can see everything is placed on above the second diagonal. This is first diagonal, this is second diagonal, and everything placed above this diagonal, second diagonal. So it will come like this. And suppose I put -1 here, means below diagonal, suppose -2. You can see it comes first diagonal, second diagonal below. But put minus sign so that it will not come outside this matrix. Now block diagonal matrix. You can use this help command. BLKDIJ. This is the command for this. You have, suppose you have these three matrix. How block matrix will be done in the MATLAB. So I want first block as A, second block as B, and third block as C. And it command was command given here. It is block diagonal. I call it as name D. Block diagonal of ABC. Blockwise, you want blockwise matrix A, B, C. Whatever order you put ABC in that order. So I will show you here. So this is your first block A, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your second block, and this is your third block. Suppose you want C as a second block or first block, you just the A will be the first block, B will be the second block, and C will be the third block. Like this block matrix also you can create in MATLAB. Now when you to find upper triangular, lower triangular, you just type, this is the triangularization command, TRIU, U for upper triangle and L for lower triangle, TRIL or TRIU. These are the two commands to find triangularization of matrix. So random matrix will be generated of order 6. I will clear the screen. See, this is uniformly distributed matrix. Random matrix, it will take randomly. Now I want upper triangular matrix of A. A is the name, variable name for this matrix. So this is the upper triangular. Suppose I want lower triangular, then I can take lower triangular. Diagonal and above diagonal, diagonal and below diagonal. So these are two commands to find lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix, and these are needed. Suppose you want to extract elements above third diagonal of A, above third diagonal of A, then comma 3 is command, or below elements on above or below -1, minus plus means below first diagonal of A. We'll see both the commands. So this is above third diagonal. This is now this is the zero diagonal means 0 position. Below diagonal it is -1. Below to below this will be -2 and so on. You can go further here. Similarly, this is diagonal means 0th place. 1 means above the diagonal, second means second diagonal, and you want from third to above, here it is given. So like this, you can extract whatever elements you want from this matrix using triangular command. Either it's upper triangular command or lower triangular command. TRIU are the commands to find upper and lower triangular. So lower triangular is explained here. Extract the lower triangular part of A, means in default it is comma 0. 0 means the main diagonal of that matrix. +1 means first diagonal. +2 means second diagonal. -1 means below the diagonal first. -2 means below first to below. That is second below from main diagonal. So like that, you can construct or extract. So this is the generation of upper and lower triangular of the matrix. Now most important, Hilbert matrix. Everybody know what is Hilbert matrix. You can see what is Hilbert matrix. Just there is short command to generate Hilbert matrix of 2 by 2 order. What are the properties of Hilbert matrix? You go and search, find what is the Hilbert matrix. So this is Hilbert matrix of 2 by 2 order, Hilbert matrix of order 3 by 3, and so on. You can find all the Hilbert matrix. Van der Waals matrix is also the column vectors are represented in geometric progressions. So 4 by 4 Van der Waals matrix will generate it. It will not 4 by 4. We'll see what will happen. It is 4 by 4 Van der Waals matrix, and see the columns are in geometric progressions. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 is most important part. 1, 2 cube, then this is 3 cube, and this is 4 cube. 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube. So this is 0th power of 1, 2, 3, 4. This is first power of 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is second power of 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the third power of 1, 2, 3, 4. Since elements are 4, the matrix will have order 4 by 4. If you take element as a 5, then you can see 0th power. The last column will be of 0th power of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First power, second power, third power, and fourth power. Likewise, these columns are in geometric progressions. Then Pascal matrix also one can generate. Pascal matrix used to represent the binomial expansion of a plus b raised to n, that you know. So Pascal, just I will say how Pascal 3 will executed here. Or Pascal 2, you know, Pascal 2 is used for a plus b square is a square plus b square plus twice ab, like this. This is a square plus b square plus twice ab. Pascal 3, you can see a cube plus 3a square b, 3ab square plus b cube, like this it goes. So this is Pascal triangle. You can generate magic square matrix by using magic 3 by 3 order command. Magic means sum of the each row and column of the diagonal is 15. For 8 by 8 it is 260. Just go and type in your MATLAB, and you can see how is the output. Defining the complex vector, I already told you about this. Here two complex constants are there. One is I square root of minus 1, and other is other j, it is also square root of minus. If you want to transpose of complex arrays, you just type dash transpose and conjugate. But if you don't want conjugate, you type just c dot dash, that I already told you. One can find the absolute value by using this command. If it is real number, it gives positive number. On for as far the complex number is concerned, it find the modulus of that complex number. This is the random 5 by 1 matrix generating a real random variable of size 5 by 1. Absolute value of V2 means, as per the Euclid norm, it is calculated. Suppose randomly generated matrix I will take. And see what is ABS of V1, V2. Absolute value of corresponding entity is found. There is no minus sign there. Then norm, we have discussed where the norms are used. The one norm V comma 1, then norm V comma 2 for 2, norm 3 norm, P norm, and infinite norm. You can just go and search help here. Different types of norm you can see here. One of the best feature in MATLAB that we can search everything. We do not by heart all things, but you must know the correct syntax for the help. So help norm. So what norms you can find here? So these are the commands to find a norm. Norm x comma 2 returns 2 norm of the matrix, and default is the 2 norm always. Norm x is same as norm of x comma 2. For one norm is not default. Keep in mind, default norm is 2 norm. One norm, infinite norm. One can find Frobenius norm also. Frobenius norm also is one. Frobenius inner product is defined. These are the norm commands. Note to keep in mind all things. You just go and use the help command, help feature in the MATLAB. So I will clear all those things. What next we have to discuss? Okay, norms have been discussed. This is a P norm, and P you are taking 3, like that. Infinity norm. Matrix norm is also calculated. 2 norm of matrix, 1 norm of matrix, and so on. Now in the linear algebra, these commands are used. Suppose from the matrix X, I want to delete second column. In the matrix X, I want to delete second column. Earlier we'll see what A matrix is taken here. This was A matrix, and I want to delete the last columns of A. Suppose this last column number is fifth number. I want to delete fifth column. Must be equal to empty matrix. You can see the last column has been removed. Similarly, if you want to remove the first row in the A, then 1 comma full colon equal to, you need to put this empty bracket first. Then the column will be removed automatically, or row will be removed automatically. Row reduce in a linear algebra, basic linear algebra, one need to find row reduce echelon form matrix or echelon form matrix. This is the command to find row reduce echelon form. Now the last matrix, now this is not your A matrix. A matrix will be this row reduce echelon form, REF, of A, and you can see this is row reduce. Reduce echelon form means just below diagonal, below that one becomes 0. So it is having rank 4. You can find rank of this matrix easily. Rank of A is what? Rank of A is 4. So rank is the command, inbuilt command to find the rank of matrix. You can find determinant. Since it is not a square matrix, so in that case we can't find determinant. Still we try. The error will come. For determinant matrix must be square, as you have removed one column from the A. That's why error comes. So you need to take square matrix first. Okay, I will take identity matrix, and everybody knows what is the determinant of identity matrix. Identity matrix of order 4. And what is determinant of A? You know it is 1. Somebody want to decide whether matrix is singular or non-singular, you can use simple M-file program. You should input as a matrix A, then find determinant, and if you can use if else loop here. If determinant equal to 0, you can display matrix is singular, else matrix is invertible, and one need to find the inverse of A. Its command will be INVA. So this is the identity matrix, invert will be the same thing. So the solving linear systems. So we have taken the example in the PPT how to solve linear system. To solve linear system, 3 things are needed. You must know what is A, that is coefficient matrix, and we must know the B matrix. Suppose A, you take it as, I'll take simple 2 by 2 matrix. B is a column matrix. So this is Ax equal to B system, and solve this X. A left division by B. This gives solution to the systems. And you can check A star X is your B. 1, 2. So this is simple evaluation of solving the linear system. This command is used to for linear system or in numerical analysis. Also one can use for least square methoding. In the research, one need to find eigenvalues, eigenvectors, and all those things. So EIG A is the command to find eigenvalues of A. Here last, this matrix has 2 eigenvalues because its order is 2. One can find eigenvector. So these are the 2 eigenvalues. One can find poly characteristic polynomial, it is called poly A. But if you need to find in terms of symbols, you need to declare the symbols. Once you declare the symbol, seems to poly, I think this is the command, seems to poly. So I have to look this command. What is command is there? Poly to sim is there. Okay. There is no yes in the sims. Poly to sim. It will generate x cube. What is the order of A? It is 2 by 2. So which A he has considered? I have to clear all those things. Okay, degree polynomials gives 4 coefficients. Sims x. Some errors are coming here. This should not be 8 degree polynomial. Okay, we'll first find out through help command. And just go to sim poly. Symbolic characteristic polynomial. Poly A computes the characteristic polynomial of C matrix A. It is working for poly. Then nextly, suppose you want poly in terms of V. Now it will not run here, but we'll try A comma X. We have to declare symbol first. This is not a characteristic polynomial. What A it has assumed. So otherwise I have to clear all the A's from clear all A from its memory. Now you can see there is no A here. It is coming with degree 8. It should not come with degree 8. Something is going wrong here. Help poly and then symbolic poly. The symbolic characteristic polynomial poly A computes the characteristic polynomial in the form of sim matrix A. So direct matrix is given here. You have to declare this as a symbol. Something is going wrong here. But anyway, this is the command. This is the command to find a characteristic polynomial in symbol form. But earlier I was have verified it comes correctly. But right now what is happening? This is A. Poly A. Now here it is running, but poly at this case it doesn't show the proper answer. X raised to h, x raised to 7. It should not be degree 8 polynomial here in the symbol value writing, because the order of matrix is 3 by 3. Okay, I will see here. But this is the command to find symbolic. You one is declare the symbol here. Now the last part of this is a singular value decomposition. What do you mean by singular value decomposition? There are two commands. One need to find returns the singular value of matrix A in descending order. This is SVD A command is there, and to produce a diagonal matrix S of the same dimension as A with non-diagonal elements in decreasing order and unitary matrices U and V such that A equal to U S V. We'll execute this and later we'll see regarding that policy. This is A. This is decreasing order of singular values of A. And you want to find the unitary matrix U and V, satisfying that. This is the command to find SVD of that matrix. So this is U, and you can check the product U star S star V. It was A. It should be V transpose, I think. Last part is V transpose. That's why it comes different than A. And see, this is your A. Answer is your A. Here a transpose was missing. That's why. So singular value decompositions, and as per the polysim is concerned, help poly to sim. Okay, here it is. This is x cube. Okay, it is written in the polysim means not, it is not a characteristic polynomial. See here x cube, you do to provide that coefficients there. Okay, so what you do, you just give matrix A first. This is your matrix. You can find its characteristic polynomial and give it name as k. K equal to characteristic polynomial, and now you apply the polysim command on k. This you want to write in the coefficient form, and earlier why it was coming the order 8, now it is coming correct. So this we want in symbolic notations. So this is x cube coefficient, x square coefficient, x coefficient, and constant terms. So don't, we were writing poly 2 sim in bracket A, and it will come with degree 8 because 9 coefficient in the A. This has 9 coefficients. If you are writing poly 2 sim A, then it will generate 9 coefficients polynomial, 9 coefficient in the degree 8 polynomial. That's why degree 8 was coming. Once you find the characteristic polynomial coefficient, use that coefficient to generate your characteristic polynomial. Suppose you want this in the variable t. I don't know whether t is coming or not because we didn't declare t. Okay, t is coming. So lambda and all that italic letters options are not available in the keyboard. You can use only alphabet, small or capital, to generate your polynomial. So this is all about, not all the linear algebra. This is all about the basics of linear algebra. I have taken all this information from MathsWorks website. Singular values decomposition is used in the physics as well as mathematics research of numerical linear algebra. One need to decompose this matrix A into USV, which are U and V are unitary matrix, and S will be the diagonal matrix. One can find eigenvector. You can search how to find eigenvector command here, provided this form. These all tools, these are the basic tools which are used in image processing toolbox of MATLAB, and computer science people do research in image processing, signals and transforms. There are lots of linear algebra involved. Once your linear algebra concepts are clear, then you can apply it easily in your research. So for this class, we will stop here, and we will discuss the most important part in research is that the plotting of graphs. We have to plot two-dimensional or three-dimensional plot in MATLAB. There is a lot more in MATLAB to study. One can use the help command and study. This is quite enough. Thank you.